Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Hookah Anonymous, and you are now rocking with Mickey Truth. She live up to her name, not the fame. So make sure y'all subscribe to her channel and stay updated on what's real. Bye.
Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from, they doubted me, but I came up. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world. I made it through the storm, trying to conquer the world.
Good reporting ass Mickey.
We love
What's up,
you,
y'all? It's your
Mickey.
girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another video. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me, so let's get it. Ever since I told y'all I listen to Quando Rondo music, now all of a sudden y'all be telling me I'm biased because I don't cover Quando Rondo. However, I have covered his cases. But anyway, let's get into it. We're going to take it back to 2016. We're going to go to Savannah, Georgia, okay? Quando Rondo, a.k.a. Taquan Bowman, is 17 years old and just caught a theft by receiving stolen property case and possession of a firearm by a person under 18 years of age. Sheesh. Now, what you will see for this case is bind over to Superior Court. For those who have not been watching my videos to know what that is, that's when the municipal court will then bind over the case to the state court of the county where the alleged offense took place. If there is no state court in that county, the municipal court will bind the case over to county superior court. And in this case, Savannah, Georgia, aka Chatham County, has a superior court. So the case was binded over to Superior Court, and it's for the exact same charges, just now it's taking place in Superior Court, and this was on the 12th day of December 2016. According to the case docket, a warrant was issued for Quando Rondo on August 30th, 2017 for failure to appear on August 22nd, 2017 to answer said indictment. So once the case got bonded over, he was like, man, I ain't coming to court. Well, I don't know if that's what he said, but nevertheless, he didn't come to court. So if we continue on, a plea agreement was reached in this case where for both charges, they were concurrent with each other, where 5 years, served 4 months, 4 years and 8 months probated because he did spend 4 months in the county. Now, let's get into what happens next, because you would think, okay, you got off pretty good, but you know your girl had to get the transcripts because I love me some transcripts. Let's get into it. I'm gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna start on page 7, but I will tell you this. At first, I was kind of like scratching my head when I first read it, but then, you know what? I'm gonna just read it and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? So on page 7, it says here, Mr. Bowman, you are not asking to be sentenced as a first offender. Answer, I want to be a convicted felon. Huh? Question, you want to be a convicted felon? Answer, I don't want to take the first offender because I don't want to end up violating and getting a lot of time. Okay, so to me, I'm like, okay, it's making sense now. So they said, well, Mr. Bowman, you could prevent this from happening if you do what you're supposed to do. How old are you? Answer, 18. Question, Mr. Bowman, if you plead guilty to this straight up, you will be a convicted felon. You will go through the rest of your life with this cloud over your head of being a convicted felon. I don't understand why you don't want to take advantage of the opportunity the states gives you to avoid being a convicted felon. I mean, yes, there is a downside. If you do something and you violate the law, you violate your conditions, yes, you could come back and the state could ask for you to be found guilty and you could be resentenced and you could perhaps get some time, up to 10 years in prison. Yeah, that could happen. Like, that's not a little bit of thing. So I will definitely say I respect the fact that Quando Rondo made that decision, because guess what? He said, yes, I understand, but I would rather be a convicted felon. They asked him again, you would rather be a convicted felon? He said, yes, sir. And now they're like, why would you rather be a convicted felon? And this is where I had to just go on a playlist spree of listening to Quando Rondo. Because Quando Rondo said, because I've seen so many people fail first offender and get a bunch of time, I would just rather take. I understand what first offender means, and I understand what a convicted felon means. I would rather be a convicted felon. Then they came back with this. Mr. Bowman, if you fail this probation, you got 4 years and 8 months left. You could get a bunch of time if you fail probation. I just don't understand that. Answer, Do I have to take first offender? Then they answer, no, you don't have to. I just don't think you're thinking straight about it. Answer, and this is from Quando Rondo, I already thought it out. I know what type of decision I'm making. When I say, like I said at first, I was kind of like, but it made sense. Okay, and I'm not going to get into all that, but we all watch social media, especially with Quando Rondo. We all know the type of time he portrays he's on, because we don't know what he do in real life. I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there, okay? However, it makes sense, right? I definitely respect the fact, just go ahead and do it. Instead of taking all that time on the first offender, and knowing you still outside and you fuck up and you be in there for a decade. So, hey, I got to respect the decision. To be honest, I don't even think I would have thought it like that the way he did. But, hey, salute to Quando Rondo. Let's keep on going. If I already didn't agree with his decision, I definitely agree with the decision now. Because 3 months later, Quando Rondo catches a probation violation, okay? It is stated that on or about January 15, 2019, the defendant did commit the offense of affray in Chatham County, Savannah, Georgia. And first thing I said, what the hell is affray, right? So I had to look it up, okay? And basically it means to get into a fight. So I'm like, oh, okay, you got into a fight. And according to the criminal warrant that was issued on behalf of Chatham County for Quando Rondo, it does say that he engaged in a fight and they possibly feel like it's gang related, right? So, of course, the state wants to revoke bond and motion to bring him back and violate him for show on the fight allegations, right? However, what the court decided was to deny the state's motion and just put a special condition that Quando Rondo do not speak on the situation on social media. It's crazy they got to put the social media stuff in there. But anyway, definitely do. I further saw that it was a couple subpoenas issued on behalf of that charge where they requested people to come in based on statements provided to law enforcement. Now, what I can say is because, guess what? Nobody wanted to continue on. The case was dismissed, and it shows that, notice that no accusation will be filed, and they basically dropped the charge for the affray, okay? Summary, Quando Rondo is a convicted felon because the theft of stolen property is the felony, not the possession of a firearm, but nevertheless, he is a convicted felon by choice because he could have did the first offender, but technically he would have still been a felony because he violated. But anyway, another story. But I don't see nothing else for him other than traffic misdemeanors and like basic shit like that. Is no other criminal record. And I searched for Georgia as a whole. Now, that's not saying he never got arrested for something. He just didn't have a case, okay? So based on the paperwork that's available for his actual cases, Quando Rondo definitely passed, okay? Now, I'm not going to give him a certificate just yet because we still have an open case file for him, which is the conspiracy case. So once that's completed, then I'll definitely issue him one. But I'll tell you this, as of now, he's definitely, I really feel, and I don't say this often, I really feel he'll be fine. As far as what I've learned about him, he's definitely, no matter what you say on the internet, he's definitely like that in real life, solid. So for now, I'm definitely going to say he's good in my book until further notice, okay? So with all that, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. And definitely hit MickeyTruth.com and get you some merch because you know your girl stay with that work. And yes, more paperwork parties to come, including Lil Tim. So until next time, holla!